Hi folks, how you doing? This is Iqbal. In this video, I'm gonna talk about Broadcom earnings preview using the historical data. Earning call is due on March 7th, so it will be a smart thing to prepare ourselves ahead of time so we can make informed decision on buy, sell, or hold stock and do not miss any opportunity. We will also compare Broadcom numbers with Nvidia to get a feeling where does it stand with respect to Nvidia. I encourage you guys to please watch this video till the end. I promise you it will be a good learning for you. Now let's get started. In this table, I have captured revenue, net income, margin percentage, EPS actual, free cash flow per share, and debt to equity ratio for last 5 quarters. Let's take a look one by one. Revenue in billion. Each quarter, you see, no significant increase. On average, is about 1.02% quarter over quarter increase. Net income, same story. No major increase quarter over quarter. That gives 1.58% on average increase per quarter. Profit margin percentage, no major increase. Same story. 0.89% on average quarter over quarter. Gross margin percentage, EBITDA margin percentage, that is earning before interest, taxes, and depreciation. See, no major changes. So that gives 0.97% quarter over quarter increase for last 5 quarters. EBITDA margin percentage, almost flat, minus 0.66% increase quarter over quarter. EPS actual for last 5 quarters, 1.46% quarter over quarter on average. Free cash flow per share, that's much better than the other numbers. On average, 8.58% increase quarter over quarter. Debt to equity ratio, no major changes, probably almost flat. It's going down on average minus 1.35% quarter over quarter. Now we can dig into more on EPS. So this is an EPS table, earning per share, projected versus actual. All 6 quarters, they were able to beat the expectation, but they were not able to beat with a high percentage, unlike Nvidia. We'll talk about Nvidia after this table. Okay. Average increase per quarter for last 6 quarters is 1.66%. Future quarter projections 10, 11, 12, and then 13. So no significant increase each quarter, right? With these EPS, let's see how much is the P forward for Broadcom. I have made some calculation. For Broadcom, the P ratio as of Friday close is 29.14. That is, Friday close, the closing price was 1296.27. I'm dividing it with EPS forward, that is this quarter EPS plus next 3 quarter EPS. The total, so that gives 29.14 PE. Now take a look Nvidia and see how does these number compare with Nvidia. Now this table I'm showing in your screen is Nvidia. So starting with the revenue, net income, profit margin, gross margin, EBITDA margin percentage, EPS, free cash flow, and debt to equity ratio. Same variables. Okay. See that the percentage increase quarter over quarter, significant, much higher than Broadcom. 40%, 82% on the income, 25% on profit margin, 5% around on gross margin, EBITDA around 23%, EPS actual quarter over quarter on average 62%, free cash flow per share 63%, and debt to equity ratio going down 17% quarter over quarter for each 5 quarters. Now let's take a look EPS. I have this table for Nvidia. Each quarter, same story, they were able to beat the expectation. But take a look. They were able to beat the expectation much higher percentage than Broadcom. On average, for last 5 quarters, 18% on average, they were able to beat the expectation. Future quarters, the trend is up. That's a good sign for Nvidia. The P ratio for Nvidia, using the same formula, 5-day closing price divided by EPS forward, that is this quarter EPS plus next 3-quarter EPS, that gives 35.98 P ratio forward, and that is higher than what we have for Broadcom. Let's have a table side by side and see how numbers look like. I have modified this table so we can compare Broadcom and Nvidia side by side, starting from revenue through P ratio. You see the Broadcom in column W and column X is Nvidia. For each item, revenue, net income, profit margin, EPS, free cash flow, debt to equity ratio, you name it. Very small increase, okay, in each item compared with Nvidia. Nvidia, each item, significant increase. See that? So even the P ratio, 35.99, much higher than Broadcom. This means that Nvidia stock price is higher in value than Broadcom. Number one, quarter over quarter growth is stable. This tells that company operation and the future growth is not bumpy. Okay, so you can expect that company is going in the right direction. Number two, EPS surprise may happen on the earning release date. In my opinion, it will happen. If it does, then you'll see the price jump after the earning release. Number three, the risk is limited if the market overall drops compared with Nvidia and Supermicro. As we saw, that if something happens in the market, there's a much bigger drop on Nvidia and Supermicro compared with Broadcom. Now, there's some bad news as well with Broadcom. Let's talk about it. Number one, you should not expect price jump on Broadcom as high as Nvidia and Supermicro. Number two, the reward is limited, as we know. If risk is limited, the reward will be limited. Number three, quarter over quarter growth is slow, much slower than Nvidia. So overall, if you want to invest in Broadcom, that's not a bad decision because the company growth in the future is positive and also the EPS is going up. So you will not regret if you invest in Broadcom. The stock price is also gonna go up, but not as crazy as Nvidia. Okay, so that was all about earnings preview for Broadcom and also how the numbers compare with Nvidia. I hope you liked this video and also I hope it was a good learning for you. Thanks for watching this video. Take care.